To put all the little things.
All right.
And we're live.
Oh,
What's up, you guys? Let me put the
damas
fan
y caballeros.
up.
We in the place.
We in this thing. We
hmm
are dedicated. Aisha, I'm proud of us. Like
we so serious and for real. I mean,
right.
people be wanting to repass, so we gotta help the people.
It feels so good to be able to be still serious. We know that we have a mission for this and a real purpose, but then also just so like chill, like so Senegalese, like so
Yes,
chilling.
no stress, man. No
No
stress.
stress, no pressure.
hmm It's funny because that's how I be handling stuff where I'm at. Oh, you see my new scenery? See my new.
Yeah.
Mhm. What that is?
I know, right? Where you
Mm,
at?
we got a surprise for the people.
Like that
They
old truck
probably
commercial. Where you at?
where you be at? Who this?
Yes,
Let
you
me check
guys
out the
come in. Come into. Oh shoot! I forgot to put. It's supposed to say episode 2.
You can change it after it posts.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna
They
do.
know. Okay, I see it. It's two people watching. Where y'all at? Y'all ain't say what's up.
Yes, where y'all
It's
at? Like
four
we want
people
to know
watching.
that you're here.
Come on, you gotta participate, yo.
We want to hear from you guys. We doing
We
this
we
for the
can't we
people, for the
we can't
culture.
say good evening. We can't say good evening, good morning, good night. We don't know who it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
All right.
I'm
We
just
wait.
looking.
We wait till y'all speak up, and we'll start.
Mhm.
But how was your repat week, sis?
My repack week was awesome. I'm here in Yof where the celebratory events have been real in my neighborhood.
It's called like lion something. I heard lion.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
a
Because
group.
that's
Okay.
the type of like category of Muslim that they're in is like the lions.
Like a
So they had a
denomination.
celebration. Yeah, like that's the prophet, the prophet's last name, I believe, or something like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they showed up, they showed out. I got a little bit of footage. I wasn't trying to like be all in there,
Right. Right. Right.
ceremony thing or whatever. But yeah, it's been going all weekend. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show you from my window. Let's see, because they just put the lights up. So
Mm.
I mean, yes, it's like been. Oh wait, is there? Can you turn the camera around? I'm gonna try it. Let me just try this. Now, there's not that many people out there. They're actually leaving, but
Mm.
I don't know if y'all can see.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, yesterday and the day before, it was like packed, like tents everywhere, and just people scattered. People came from like I don't even know where, but they came from all over Senegal on these huge buses, and it was really nice.
Wow.
Everyone was like dressed up, like you could tell. Each intermediate family had their matching outfits and stuff. And the
Mm-hmm.
girls were fly. You know how they do. They was coming out with the cutest dresses, and it was dope. It was dope to witness. And the thing I was that I was kind of low key panicking about was the cows. Um,
Mm.
yeah, they didn't even end up. I didn't get to see it, but I mean, I didn't have to see it. So them slaughtering the cows. But I mean, I've never seen like they can cook. Like they cooked for everybody. Looks like everyone from Dakar was
Yeah.
here. Like it was
Wow.
amazing. These giant pots. Just a lot of
So they did
togetherness. It
eat
was
them.
dope.
Okay. I was thinking it
Yeah.
was like they was just
No,
okay.
they did, but we just didn't have to,
See that.
endure the
See that.
whole thing. Right.
Okay.
But they was cooking it up. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
tribe is quiet today.
I know, right? It's
We got
kind of
six
late,
people in
girl.
the building.
That's because we've been on schedule. I've been like that time, this time, trying
Mm,
to
Mm-hmm.
Schedule thing. But I would say that this week, one of the things that I reflected on this week was how easy things are when it comes to like starting a business here. You know, I had got my studio space for me to do the classes,
Mm-hmm.
and just everything, like from my business cards to making the flyers to just the connects. I was just like, this is so easy. I'm just getting things ordered at the house that I need.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing I reflected on this week.
Cool. Well, it looks like from YouTube we got like 8 people in the building, but they don't want to say
Okay,
hi. So
you
we don't have all
guys.
day. So we're
So
just gonna
yes,
get
what
into
about
it, I
your week,
guess.
sis? Tell us about what you
All right. So
doing.
let me let y'all know what's going on. Um, I am no longer on the continent. Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah. So I had an interesting repat week. It was a whole bunch of testing up the nose and a whole bunch of like planning and scheduling and packing and stuff. So I am currently in my hometown right here
Yay, yay.
in the camp. That's why it's not dark where I'm at. I'm at the people's house. And yeah, it's interesting. I think that I took some notes so I can share with you what I've been thinking. Like there was like a sense of, how do you say? I think coming back is like a mixed feeling because it is home, and sometimes I was feeling guilty for not wanting to come back. I was anxious and nervous about coming, but at the same time, once I landed, and because I get like a little anxious about flying, but once I landed, I'm like, I'm here and I made it. Like certain stuff that I was excited about, I was like, oh, but I moved, so I shouldn't like it too much. You know, like I feel like
Yeah.
I shouldn't like stuff too much, but the stuff that I
Yeah.
like is not necessarily good stuff, and so that made me sad. And so I saw a
Mm.
couple of my friends. I only been here for about 48 hours, but I seen like three or four of my friends, two old neighbors and family and stuff. And so far, and like my daughter's having a blast. I feel like most of this trip, like 70% of it is for her, and the other 30% is just for me to do my Amazon shopping because I got like
Yeah.
3 bags of stuff. Hey, Shantae, the
What's
bravest
up?
one.
What's up, Shantae?
Somebody finally
Yes.
said, "What's up?"
Yes.
Put her
Thank
little
you.
highlight her little comment because everybody else sleep or something. What
What's
up,
up?
Shantae?
Hey, love. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, so like flying and stuff, it was a little crazy, but like
Yeah. That's
I
what I
do
wanted to
notice.
ask. How'd you feel coming in and everything?
I think like well when we were getting tested to leave, it was interesting because we didn't have the proper documents and set on the Senegal side to do the travel testing. And so but they was like, it's cool, like, you know, what's your ID number and your name and we'll just write it. And I thought about it, I'm like, that wouldn't have happened on the other side as far as like them letting you just go. Oh, Shantae says we inspire her. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, hun. And Unique just texted me and said she's watching, but she's trying to comment and she can't comment. So, hey, Unique.
Okay. Technical difficulty.
And
But
thank you, Shantae. Thank you.
yeah, like I was nervous and I was talking to a lot of people who have been back and people who had kids and like certain cultural things. I think because of the crisis that's been going on for the past 2 years is definitely a different vibe than what it probably normally would be.
Yeah.
I think it's a little more, people are probably a little more patient, a little more nicer than they normally would have, but
Oh,
it's still different than Teranga. Like it's never gonna be Teranga. Like, you know, I feel like there's certain things that I think my demeanor has changed because of where I live
mm,
now. And because my demeanor has changed, people treat me differently. So I'm actually been nicer to the colonizer people than normal, like
mm,
and less afraid, I guess, or intimidated.
mm,
So like I will see people on the plane people would like, you could tell people are like, you know how we talk about the difference between how people are with kids. And so
Right.
I was really nervous about, you know, my daughter, how she was going to be treated if somebody ignored her or was rude to her, because in Senegal that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we talking. Hey, Therese, I'm in LA right now. So we talking about my experience, the first time being out
Yeah.
of Senegal in a year and a quarter, a year and 3 months, and it's my first time like living away from home, first time ever. And so that's the thing. And then my first time coming back here after being gone so long. But like seeing family and stuff, it don't feel like I don't feel like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. It feel like, you know, we talk and stuff and we still
Mm-hmm.
it's about the same. Like I see them as often as I was
Right.
seeing them when I lived down the street. But
Right.
I think like my demeanor is different. Like I notice people would be like, I'm sorry. They say excuse me and they be like, I'm sorry. Or people be rude. Like we flew into New York, so the New York crew was on our flight from Senegal and
Yeah.
they was straight New York rude, like they supposed to be hostess of the air.
Right.
And they're like, this is my job. I know that the suitcase won't fit. You think you know what you're doing. Like, this is my job. La la la.
Dang.
I'm gonna kick you off the plane. And I'm like, okay, you know, African people have a tone when they talk, but this flight attendant and this African gentleman were speaking at the same tone, but the New York person didn't. The flight attendant was like, "You need to lower your tone. Or I'm gonna kick you off the plane." But I'm like, y'all both about the same. And at least I know that the African person wasn't being hostile. That's just how they talk, and this
Right.
is like his third language. Like English is not his first language. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
he's just asking you a question. You supposed to help him, and you acting like, you know. And so I was like, so once we landed and they know and they said that thank you for flying with our New York crew. I was like, New York, y'all, you know. Once
Oh,
we
right.
once we switched, because they was like, excuse me, like you couldn't go, like they made it seem like you're not supposed to go to the bathroom. So like, excuse me, you're in my way, excuse me. I'm just like, it's like two or three of them. I'm like, y'all supposed to be happy, smiley people. But I said, I guess, you know, but
Right.
I was more compassionate, and I think that's because of where I'm staying, like where I'm living now. It allowed me to be more compassionate. We got on the plane. I was just so thankful, you know, Yalla Bahna, inshallah, everything. God is good.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
so we get on the plane, and I'm traveling with a kid who I can't carry because she's too big, but she could fall asleep and pee on herself at any time.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I'm have luggage and her, and then like this one uh Caucasian gentleman was like, he had to get up and let somebody else get in their seat, and he's standing in front of me blocking the aisle, and he's like, sorry, I just gotta let her get in the thing. And I was like, it's cool, bro. I'm just glad we're on the plane. Like I'm not even tripping. He was like, he was surprised. He was like kind of relieved a little bit. It
Mm-hmm.
was like that tension of like, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, sorry, like we're angry
Yeah.
all the time. And I was just like, nah, it's all good, bro. We made it on the plane on time. I am not
Yeah.
tripping. And he was like, that's the attitude. He was like, yeah. I was
Right.
like, yeah, we gonna be fine.
Right.
And so, you know, some people like, even I noticed there was a lady sitting next to us who actually lives in Mbur.
Oh.
Yeah, she was like Indian or Pakistani or something, and
Mm-hmm.
she's from America, and she was talking to my kid, and I felt a little protective, like, you know, don't put your feet on the lady, don't go to sleep on the lady. I'm sorry,
Right.
ma'am, I didn't mean for, you know. And she's like, I
Mm-hmm.
got three kids, it's fine. And I was like, okay, you got kids, so I don't have to worry, because it's like
Right.
only people who got kids here understand what it
Yeah.
is or
Exactly.
try. But in Senegal, it's different. Everybody is around kids, lives with kids, even if it's your
Yes.
sister's kids, your
Even if
everybody
they don't have kids, they understand. Right.
they understand babies, they understand everything, all the stages.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I noticed that I was a little like, you know, don't bother anybody, don't kick the chair in front of
Mm-hmm.
you, don't, you know,
Ooh,
because
it is like that there.
yes, mm-hmm. And
You
so that
gotta be like that
tension.
because you don't know who's gonna pop off in America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was one person we rode with that like didn't speak to her on the way, but he was asleep. I mean, it wasn't like he was rude or anything, or you know, he just wasn't interested. I mean, whatever. That's fine. But like, I was just nervous about if she said hi or she did something and somebody just like, and I don't want it to crush her spirit because she's so free and so innocent that, you know.
Right.
But there was one person in New York. This she was probably, she could have been Italian or Puerto Rican or something, but she, she passed for white. and she was like, "Oh, you can put your luggage here, and then you get to your next flight." And she saw my kid had a unicorn hoodie and a
Mm.
unicorn doll, and she was like, "Oh, unicorns aren't real." And then she caught herself, and she was like, "I never do that." She was like, but kid, but like she was like, "Oh, you like unicorns, but they're not real," or something like she basically. And then she felt bad because she burst her bubble, and I was like, I wonder if she just seen a kid that looked too happy, and she was just like, something was wrong with this scenario. I gotta fix. Because then
Right.
after she caught herself and was like, my bad. And then she's like, okay, y'all go ahead and get in front or whatever. Like she had to fix it or
Yeah.
something. And I'm like, you're all right. Whatever it is, it's her brain that made her blurt out whatever. But I
Right.
feel like
It
it was
made
a
her
little
say
bit,
what she was thinking.
I think it was a little subconscious hate,
Yeah.
but
Damn.
yeah, that was the traveling part.
So
Being
like,
he,
okay, my
yeah,
bad. I
go
got a
ahead. Go
question.
ahead. Yeah,
My
hit it.
bad. Do you think that like how you said, even because remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but we talked about this last week about how we would feel going, and you kind of even mentioned that you felt like you might be even more um more short, like you thought that
Hmm.
you would be even more short tempered or whatever, not really tempered,
Yes.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
ready to let them know. But
Mm.
instead, when it comes to that colonizer energy, you're more calm. Do you think that's because like subconsciously you're like, I'm just like I'm coming back home. Like I'm just here visiting and I'm going back to where I belong. Do you think it's like that,
No.
or what do you think it is?
No, because I don't feel like I belong here, and I'll get
No, no,
into
no.
that
I'm
in a minute.
saying like
But
here, like you're like, are you thinking like
because
I'm
I'm
here
going
to
back.
visit? Mm-hmm.
Maybe I think that you know what I really think it is. I
What?
think that it's because I had a break from them and a break from the system of dealing
Mm.
with them. That my patience is a lot say patience thing. I don't know if you said
Yeah.
is that me? Uh, I think
Ooh. Yeah.
hold on,
It's
hold
giving a
on,
little
hold on. This is American Wi-Fi too, so go figure.
bit.
But no, I think it's because my
Okay.
patience. I have more patience. Oh shoot, hold on, I'm flickering. But anyway, you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you.
All right.
It's just
So
it
like
was lagging
um
in video though.
okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the Wi-Fi is doing, but anyway. So I feel like it's because I have more patience because I had a break. I think that if I stay here long enough, my patience get thin because it would be incident after microaggression after microaggression,
Right.
and I
Right.
feel like I had a break from y'all. I'm free. I could deal with y'all for a minute.
Right.
It's kind of like it's kind of like family, to be honest. You know, so like you be under each other, and then you just be boom. But if you get a break, you see them. Hey, what's up? What's up? All
Right.
good. I only have to see you for a cool minute. Let me dip
Right.
out. So I think that. So I think that. I think that. Yeah. I think that because I had time to get away, and maybe too what you said, because I'm going back. It's like I'm gonna be out of here in a minute.
Right.
So I think that. I think that. I don't know if that's
That
even
makes
me.
sense.
I wonder if I.
It's the inner peace. Like it's the inner peace of you knowing that you get to get breaks. You like, I got a break from y'all. I'm good. And you getting some more break. It's temporary.
Uh-oh.
You don't have to deal with it all the time. Am I skipping too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I wonder if it's
Oh man. Can y'all see me? It seems like she's totally frozen. Hmm.
mm,
Oh, okay. Okay, I see you now, sis.
I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was gonna
Yeah.
try
They
to
said they
connect
can see and hear me
to
fine.
another. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I think the break helps.
For sure.
Let me see. Hold on. I was trying to fix. Am I good or
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
okay? Okay, cool. So yeah, so
Okay.
that's what it's been like so far. I think, you know, I was mostly excited about doing touristy stuff, and the stuff you never have time to do when you work and
Right.
live here.
Right when you live
Um,
here. Mhm.
yeah, I noticed that, like I lost a lot of weight, being in Senegal, and then for my family and friends, for a lot of them it was the opposite. Um, so you see people that have like knee aches and pains, and like people under 50, like 30s and 40s, early 40s, whatever, late 30s. And so you know, I feel I feel like I'm mentally growing apart from people, and it's not a surprise, but I can feel the different ways that people think and the things that
Mhm.
people are consumed by. Like everybody's
Mhm.
talking about the Europe stuff, and
Right.
just like the things that consume people is different. And I just feel like you know it's one of those inevitable things that you can't really like sometimes you feel like you wish you could take people with you, but like not your journey is not everybody else's journey, so you can't really
Yeah.
say.
Mhm.
But I do find myself hoping that other people will find whatever their journey is, because
Mhm.
I feel like the course they're on may not be it, because you could
Yeah.
tell when people are fulfilled and when people are happy and people are satisfied and like found their thing. But I
Yeah.
just feel like the system doesn't allow for people to be free thinking, or people to be uh uh in search of whatever their
Mhm.
true passion is. Unless, I mean, more people have done it because of everything that kind of changed, so there are a lot of people that have done it. But you know it just feels, I feel kind of sad in a way for people, and it's like I can't force nobody to do. And I feel like if I brought people to Senegal, like that wouldn't answer their problem, because it's like that's
Right.
not their thing. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like I wish they could have everything they dream, and like think bigger and think
Mm.
like you can, like people can be, this is the way it is, and this is what I got to do. I got to go to
Right.
work. I got to do this, and so, but
I feel like I know exactly what you mean because we know how beautiful and how great Africa is, and specifically Senegal for us, because we're not trying to speak on every country like we
mhm,
live there,
mhm,
but we know how great it is for us. We also know that Africa is not for everyone, but we
mhm,
know that the way that things are, like not having to deal with the police stuff, having more time, more freedom, even though people are working hard here. They're up at 4 or 5 o'clock, but they still are having time to eat with their families. They still,
yeah,
like, even just when it comes to starting businesses here, just like a brick and mortar, like when I hear about people like starting a business there in the States, and I'm like, you got to pay your a whole nother rent. That's going to be crazy. A whole nother electric, like just all the different ways that we can get things done, and just having the opportunity to explore. We just know that's a real thing here, and there
mhm.
you can't, because you got to work, you got to pay your bills, and it's like your bills are so high, like, so yeah, I know exactly
Yeah,
what you
I'm
mean.
looking
Like
at
you like
people's
it.
like I'm look yeah, I'm looking at people's
Right.
living situations. I'm just like, how somebody from abroad will look at this place, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful when nobody's like getting shot or anything like that. Like it looks so nice, and the train system and everything looks so smooth, and like,
Yeah.
but like people are living in cookie cutter houses that they don't have the control to paint it the color they want, to
Right.
decorate the way they
Can't
want, to
garden
landscape the way they
everything.
want,
Hmm.
and they don't own it, and they're living like this on top of people. And then there's gentrification, people coming in. Like this is Inglewood. The riots was right down the street from my
Right.
house, and from my parents' house. And like now people are moving in, starting their own neighborhood groups,
Hmm.
apart from the people who've been here.
Hmm.
And I think that's messed up. Like, you know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's, very colonizery. But
Right.
um
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I feel like a Friday night. I got in on Friday afternoon. Friday night, I was also surprised because Senegal like is always popping, even in Mbour. Like people are outside. They're outside their house. They're outside talking to the neighbors till whenever. And so Friday night, I'm thinking like it's 10:30. People probably getting ready to go out or whatever. And the streets was quiet, like
Ooh.
quiet. And I'm just like, is everybody asleep? Like, what are they doing?
Right.
Playing cards? Like, you couldn't hear no noise. You didn't even see like cars parked at people's houses. Like, you're not visiting
Wow.
people. Yeah, and I was really surprised. I'm like, because I was jet lagged, so I fell asleep, woke up, I was up all night,
Hmm.
and I was like, can we turn some music on? Can we park? Like, can we,
Right.
and I'm like, it's Friday. Not everybody gotta work, but it was just dead quiet. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is just interesting. It
You
didn't
know, the
seem,
energy, especially in, I mean, everywhere there, but I remember that being a big difference in LA when the whole thing hit, when the pandemic started. It's just the energy shifting and just, yeah, people just being like, no, we're going to be, safe and just,
yeah. And
yeah.
I gotta take tests to go to people's houses and stuff. It's it's understandable, but it's very weird and very
Yeah, and
like
it's
I
not
went to the
happening
homie's
here
house.
at all.
I, I went to the homie's house. It's a new normal here. I went to the homie's house and they're like, do you have this what's it called? And I'm like, nah. And they're like, okay, well I got the free self thing. And so I read the instructions. I'm in the car with my kid. I go to the door. She give me the stuff. I go back to my car. Me and my kid doing the thing. Put it in a tube, shake it up, squeeze. Like we doing all this self stuff, like all the little stuff. And then like basically look like a pregnancy test. And then you put the little drop on the thing, and then you're like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, I can come in your house now. See, like, and
Oh my
like I get
God.
it. Some people have, what's the call, conditions and stuff because people be sick,
Make
you
them
know,
at high
like
risk.
chronic illnesses and stuff. Say what's up
Hmm.
to Miss Dela.
Hi,
Hey,
Dayla.
Yassine. I miss you, girl.
She just been eating pancakes and pizza and
Yes, eat
all
everything
the
that we
stuff.
not get in here.
Red velvet cake, collard
Bring,
greens with
yeah, y'all
cornbread.
gotta bring me back a carne asada, a
Yes. I'm no
vegan.
today is Mexican. Every day we're doing a different cuisine. Thai food, Mexican,
Mom,
Ethiopian, everything. Yes, baby.
Man.
um, can I paint?
Yeah, go ask grandma. Grandma gonna get it. I'm coming. Go ask her. She gonna do it with you.
You
But
want to read
yeah,
some of
so
these comments?
yeah,
Yes.
let's get to the comments. I wanted
Okay.
to say like one more thing and then
Hmm.
I
The mama said I can paint after the picture.
okay, you can paint after the picture.
But
Okay.
I want to paint
Okay.
now.
Yes. Can you leave me for 5 minutes? I'm almost done.
Mm.
This is how we do all the way live, y'all. This is our
Yeah, this
parents.
is a recap. Is I mean no cap. Repat no
Yeah,
cap.
we ain't capping.
You good,
So
Yas? You
like let's see
good.
what else was I gonna mention? Like,
Yeah, I mean, y'all, this today's show is a little
uh,
bit. It's going to be a little bit shorter, like just very
yeah,
little bit shorter than usual. But
I got family
I mean,
time
I
today.
really just wanted to focus on you and your experience here mostly.
Hmm.
So
But I definitely will have more. I mean, there's stuff I gotta sit and let it marinate. But that's just my initial like, I just feel like I think different than people, and people aren't like educated about the world outside of the U.S. And I feel
yeah.
like that's so sad. Like, I'm 40 years old, and like people that I know, like it's very few of us that know about other things. Like we just know what's fed to us, and I feel like yeah, it's
Hmm.
unfortunate. But we can
That's
get into the
crazy.
comments, and then I could bounce. Go,
Okay.
go, go, man.
Okay. Let me go back. Oh, okay. So Zen asked, was it a direct flight?
New York. It was straight to New York, and then from New York to LA.
Mm.
The only other way I think, well, not only, but you could do Brussels or Paris is really common. But going to
Oh
Paris is
yeah.
from
People
Paris to
do.
LA is 11 hours, so that messes me long, and I need to stretch
Oh
and go to
right.
the bathroom.
You said how long was it to go straight to New York?
New York is like 7 hours, a little
Oh
under
dope.
8.
Oh
Yeah.
cool. Okay. And then I don't want to butcher the name.
Yay,
Ariana is
Ariana.
moving here from LA. Hey, in
That's
two
what's up.
months.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
You know what? I
West
seen
side,
that
west side,
in
west
the
side.
right in the interview with Go Back to Africa. He said that too. It seems like it's a lot of people from
Yeah,
LA
I was just
moving to
thinking
West
that. Yeah,
Africa. That's
yeah.
dope.
I know there's a lady in Benin right now. Yeah, there's a couple. There's a kid, a young guy that's in. He's in Egypt, but I think he was in like the East Coast, like Tanzania or something. Yeah,
That's dope.
I got the Senegalese calmness. Yes, I know. I'm not staying long. I'm shopping. I did all my Amazon shopping, and I'm eating. I can't stay long. I will gain 20 pounds eating this
Right.
stuff. Yeah,
Right.
MSG and all this stuff. No.
Right. Hmm. I know
Yes.
you're in a better place.
You know how people's energy be contagious. It's like I hear people talking about, oh, what's going on in Mali? Didn't they have a war? Or be careful, the Chinese is taking y'all. Like people be negative Nancy's.
I hate that
Chinese is
comment.
taking y'all fish, and and what's it called? How's the economy? Because if the economy fall, the dollar, the SEPA, and
Right.
this and that. And I'm just like, dude, I'm growing my food. I got solar energy. I don't care about no money. Like,
Right. But I just be like, Americans, come on. I love y'all, but I do not love the place. Now we have to stop acting like we not one of the brokest countries in the world. We owe everybody. Then we got
thank
this
you.
this this pervert representing us. Don't even get me started, okay?
Everybody, like I'm looking at people's houses and stuff, and I'm like, these look really nice, and we have a lot of material things. Even like my brother-in-law, he live here, and like I'm at his house, and I see Costco like bulk everything, and Senegal, like they don't do that. Like they buy what they need for the moment and
Yes,
keep it
you can
cool. Like
buy like 10 little beans, like
a little plastic baggie of salt just for the day.
yes, just for one meal.
Crenshaw, hey, but yeah, so it's like I see, like, because I think people feel like you never seen all this abundance before, so they just be buying up all stuff. But they don't realize how much we waste. We throw away half the food we buy here,
Hmm.
and it's just like at least me when we have leftovers at the house, we give them to the pigs outside, and we give them to the goats, and we give like
Right. Nothing
everything's
goes to
being
waste.
used, and yeah, so it just feels like a sin. Like, oh my gosh, you just got cookies and crackers, and, like everything in your house, like it's the hoarding. Yeah, it's really
Right.
interesting. It's
We
really
get
interesting.
way too much privilege. I mean, even with the foods, not going off of seasons, like we just got everything all the time,
Hmm.
like.
Yeah, dude, somebody, I told somebody that, actually one of my housekeepers, and I was like, yeah, we don't have seasons, and because we get stuff imported from all over, but it don't taste good. And she's like, yeah, because Senegal is poor, so we can't do that. And I'm like, thinking to myself, no, honey, like
Right.
it's healthy to eat fruit when it's like the
That's how
right
you
time
supposed to
for the
eat.
weather. Like that's how
Right.
your body, that's what your body need. And I'm like, and
Right.
the fruit don't taste good, and it costs $3 for a mango. You don't have to pay $3 for a mango.
Right.
I
Oh
was
man,
like,
them
no,
mangoes
babe.
and them avocados is going up in the
I was like,
state.
no,
Like it's
baby. I'm like, America be having like super high self esteem, like we be narcissistic, but then other countries be looking down, like, oh yeah, poor us, we have no GMO, we can't afford GMO.
right.
Somebody told me that, like, oh, we can't afford to process our food.
Right.
Good.
Right. No, like for real. There's some places that I go and I be like, no, I know this is real because nobody got the money or the time to be doing all this extra fake
Mm-hmm.
processing and chemical creating the fish in a lab, and it's perfect. Like because that's what
Mm-hmm.
happens when man gets too much money. Man gets greedy and starts, thinking of all these evil ways to take over.
when they
So
when they make up a paper money system so they can just pretend that they got more money. This is monopoly. Y'all ain't got nothing.
no, when we can see that over here, how much the dollar is dropping just because we have to do,
2K. Ooh,
the
2K
exchange.
for a studio. Yeah, New York be hecka tight.
Yes, out
Do
of
you know
LA and New York, it's crazy. But
you
even with
could
the
you could rent
inflation,
you could rent 3 beach houses in Simone for 2K.
right?
3 of them.
That's real. Hmm.
Mm.
Oh my
Mm.
God. Somebody said America is a ghost town, spiritually dead. That is so
Mm,
real.
mm.
That is
Yeah.
so real.
It's so
Yes,
crazy because I,
absolutely.
I I get how people think it's so fabulous here when they see it, but it's like you can look at it and be shiny, but everything that shine, you know what
Yes.
they say. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, ooh, these are nice buildings. I'm in awe myself. I'm like, this is beautiful. This is stuff. Like, people be, yeah. You just don't
Right,
know the inside. The
because here
inside,
we know.
yeah.
Right. And because here we know that, we have the clay dirt roads, not everything, things are being built all the time. So we're used to seeing things, the infrastructure being so different. It's like when
Mhm.
you go to certain areas like in Almaty, then you kind of get that American feel. And it's like, oh wow, like this is beautiful, but it's just a different kind of beauty. Cause I love
Yeah.
these red clay dirt roads.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's
And
inconvenient sometimes, but
I appreciate seeing the seasons, seeing this turn green and
yes,
while this turns yellow, while this turns green and this turn
yes,
back dry, and like it's beautiful.
yeah,
And then you see
that's right.
the yeah, it's
It's something you don't even think about.
you appreciate it way more. Like I
Right.
appreciate rainy season, even though it brings bugs after. I appreciate the beauty of all the green and lusciousness,
Mm-hmm.
and the when it's rainy season, it's the sky is so freaking blue. Like after the rain goes away, it's like it
Mm-hmm.
looks like you're not
It's
really look like
beautiful.
it looks like National Geographic photos, but you
Yes,
know,
it does.
but
It does.
now it's dusty and windy, but it's like okay, it ain't hot, so you ain't hot, so you can
Yeah,
just But
that's
yeah,
real.
but we about done because I gotta roll, guys.
Okay. Okay, guys. Hey. Sorry, guys. We just kind of rushing through a little bit. We wanted to make sure we still touch base with y'all, but
Yeah,
it's no cap. So I was
just doing
cooking.
it.
Sis got
So we'll be
family
back.
to meet up with. Yes,
Yeah, I
America
got
operates
family to meet
differently.
up with. I haven't seen my family since I moved, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So we
But this is
really
good,
appreciate you guys for tuning in.
most definitely.
On the Acon on this question right here, the last thing that I have heard about this was that he wasn't doing his city here anymore. That there was like some legal issues with
Ah,
like I think the people didn't want him to do it or something. So he's supposed to be doing it in like Nigeria or something. That's the last thing some locals have told me.
didn't know. I have to look that up because I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it ain't
yeah.
started.
Yeah, we got to do more research. Yeah, they was like he put down one brick or something and never
Yeah,
came
the
back.
ceremony brick. Yeah.
But that's what some locals have been saying was that the people that were there didn't want him to do it, so he chose another country to do it in.
Interesting.
hmm Yeah, we can look it up and maybe we can talk about that
Watching from
too
the
one day.
Gambia, Cisse.
Hey, thanks for tuning
Gambia
in.
nice. All right, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, my
Okay, you
girl.
guys. Yes, we
Get back
appreciate
to
you
the
guys for
family.
tuning in. Thank y'all for rolling with two sisters.
Mm,
Repat
mm.
No Cap. Until next time,
Gracias.
turn on the post notifications, like,
Yes.
share, all that good stuff. We love you guys.
And say hi.
Yes, and say hi. Say hi next time because we wanna connect
Yes.
with y'all. Right?
Love you guys.
Okay, we love you. All right, bye.
We
Okay,
out of
sis.
here. All
Peace
right.
out.
See you later.
Okay, bye. Sikanam.
Leggy leg.